Welcome to Vadd the Movie, Monster Sanctuary. Please grab your favorite snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The Monster Sanctuary is a land far away from any other human civilization. While wild monsters are dangerous to humans, monsters raised by them grow loyal to their owners. Most of the people in Monster Sanctuary reside in the Keeper's Stronghold. Many of them learn to raise and train monsters. They call themselves Monster Keepers. Oh man, it's dangerous. Don't go alone. Here we go. Here we go. Among the most prestigious monster keepers, there are 4 prominent bloodlines tied to the sanctuary's history. Each of these bloodlines is aided by a spectral familiar. Those familiars are ageless protectors of the families, passed on from one keeper to the next. Vadd, hey that's me, is just starting out to become a monster keeper, like his ancestors before him. As with all starting monster keepers, his journey begins on the Keeper's Trail. His bloodline's familiar bears the form of a spectral eagle. I thought it was a phoenix. It's apparently an eagle. I still think it's a phoenix. Okay. The best way to gain a monster's loyalty is to hatch it from its egg. We'll have to fight monsters to get eggs. Look at that blob over there. Excuse me? Oh look, it's a little blob. He's cute. Let's go beat him up, make him our friend. Combat. Explosion. Lightning bolt. Oh, he's in big trouble now. Only 4 stars? Come on. 1 blob egg. Okay, we'll take a blob egg. Sure, that'll come in handy. And a small potion. We'll get a little XP. Look at that. Blob has been hatched. Very nice. All right. Let's see what else we can find around here. All right, we're going to fight this guy. Lightning bolt looks pretty good. So the red up arrow means they're weak to the attack type we're doing. For some reason that like keeps throwing me off. It's a red up arrow for weakness. Hopefully we get another egg. We can add somebody to our team. That'll be nice. Man, I like this little rocky guy. He's kind of fun. He's like a little rock, but he's got a flower on his head. Sure, why not? I think he fits the squad. Oh, yes, we did get an egg. We did get an egg. Okay, all right. Look at that, earth attacks. All right, all right. So there's actually like a skill tree for every monster we have hatched from an egg, which is kind of a fun mechanic. So Blob is kind of our healer debuffer guy. Like he'll put on like poison and stuff. And right now our spectral eagle, our phoenix, it's kind of our damage dealer and a lot more platforming than I was expecting. Oh my goodness. I'm not very good at platforming. These are the facts. I did find the longest bridge. Just kidding. I think there's a longer one. I thought it was going to be a lot longer. All right. So far, we're still using our blob to kind of throw a poison and heal our guys, and everyone else just does the damage. I want one of those guys, those Yowie guys. Kind of big monkey looking boys, kind of an abominable snowman Yeti guy. Hopefully we get an egg after this fight. We can hatch it up, add him to the squad. Destroyed. Victory. 3 turns. I'll take it. All right, we did get the egg. Let's make it happen. What kind of skills does a Yowie have? We also got to remember to be giving the equipment we've been picking up to our guys, as that does directly influence their base stats. Pretty big deal, I think. Oh, a house. Nice. Hello, old Buran. Long time no see. We just hatched our first monster. Okay, he has a test for us to fight a new monster? Particularly powerful monsters are called champions. They have more health, more damage, and can act multiple times a turn. Ooh. It's your job as Monster Keeper in the Monster Sanctuary to take on the champions. Okay. So, yeah, he's pretty tough. Okay. We're going to poison him off rip. There, we got the poison. Perfect. And I think we'll go in for the damage after that. Yeah, he got to attack me twice. It is a 1-on-3, but he's very tough. He's a couple levels ahead of us, but I think the poison did like most of the work this fight. Here we go. Now we're talking. Everyone got a level up, so that's pretty good. Okay, so defeating our first champion made me ranked up to become a Keeper Aspirant. Monsters can't become this powerful normally. Champions are quite rare. Interesting. But apparently the Keeper Rangers have been finding more and more of these champion monsters. Ooh, I feel a story quest coming on. Here we go, here we go. He wants us to go fight another champion monster somewhere in the mountain path. We got a key. Nice. Okay. So the only way to improve our rank in the Keepers is to slay more champion monsters. Awesome. Let's go see what we can find. There's a whole bunch of environmental puzzles like this. We just don't have a way to get through. Like our little cat guy here, he can break walls, but not a music wall. And our little rock guy here, he like summons in a rock and stuff. And Yowie can also like break walls and move stuff, but haven't quite figured out all the puzzles. I'm kind of assuming as we get further, we will unlock more dudes who have the skills we need to unlock these things, right? I'm assuming if I have a water skill here, we can get this one open up maybe. And there's the fire in the other corner. I mean, that seems to be the way forward, but quite a few places are very, very obviously inaccessible. Like it's very obvious I can see them, but just can't quite get to them. So looking forward to coming back to some of these places as we capture more of the monsters and become their keeper. Yeah, I have no idea how to get like small and get in here. Like there's got to be a way to like shrink yourself down or like squiggle through the gap or stretch it. I don't know. But it's just kind of a mental note I keep making. There's quite a lot of these areas, but it definitely makes me think that like we're going to be coming back here. I don't think I can make this jump. Our eagle does have a little like float to it. If we're like almost miss a jump, we can grab some float, but eh. Okay. So our first wild champion monster is apparently called Monk. So we're going to start off with a poison and then we're going to buff our team. Make everyone hit just a little bit harder. And I think we're in a pretty good spot here to seal the deal. I don't think, unless they have a way to like get rid of that poison, as long as we can stay healthy, I don't think they can beat us at this point. Like we're pretty well rounded, I feel like. And at the current moment, like I don't think we're like over or under leveled. I just think we're just in a good place here in this kind of beginner zone here. Killed him, I think, on the poison. Yeah, that debuff just felt like it was doing some serious work. Couple new levels. Very nice, very nice. Let's go check in with old Buran, see what he has to say. So apparently these champion monsters are actually a danger to the sanctuary of some level, but there's some kind of like increase of these sanctuary champion monster guys. Not really sure what's causing there to be this anomaly. You know, it's something's wrong that's causing that. But it feels like the beginning of a main story quest. There's a whole bunch of these shops at the Keeper Sanctuary that we're just not going to spend time with, but they're cool. So it looks like we're meeting one of the first other of the Spectral Keeper famous founding family bloodlines, but we're going to keep moving through to the caves to see what else we can find. I think this is another environmental puzzle we don't quite have the skills to get through. See, there's like this little like pressure plate we're standing on. It kind of goes up if we put a little weight on it, but we need like a bigger rock. I don't know. Maybe Yowie can bust it down. Try again another time. That's all right. No worries. And see, like our bird can give us like a little bit of pull, but like we just can't quite make the jump. What is going on around here? Oh, a green treasure chest. Double jump boots. Oh, this has changed the whole game. Oh my goodness, there are so many things we were so close to getting with one jump. Oh, I'm so excited. Check this out. Okay, I'm not better at jumping, but I can jump twice, okay? Oh man, I missed. Yeah, I am just... I've not improved my jumping, but darn. We can jump twice though. We're gonna have to figure out some of the angles here. One. Okay. Go. I missed. You have to like full commit to this jump, I feel like, and I'm not quite good enough to like nail it first try. Ooh. There we go. Now we're talking. Ooh. Okay, we made it. That double jump means like a little wild. What's this? What a strange door. It feels ominous. My instincts tell me there's a dangerous behind it. Seems like we need 5 keys to open the locks. I have a feeling we'll come back here. Okay, better mark this on my map. This feels like a kind of an end game location, I guess. But the double jump, I'm like so pleased with. What more needs to be said, huh? That might be kind of basic, you know, if you're, this is the map. If you're new to platforming, but like, or if you're an old hand at platforming, but like, opening up the double jump means we could go back and get these Manticore guys. They were mocking me. I tried to get them for so long. They like, in the first zone, we backtracked. They like ran out and they're like, Manticore. And I'm like, oh my goodness, no. Come here. Become my friend forever. And then they just ran away because I couldn't like make the jump. But with the double jump boots, we can, which is cool. It only took me like a half hour. We're not going to talk about it, okay? I'm not a good jumper, but I was so like committed to like, I can make this jump with 2 boot jumps. It was just embarrassing. And we got the egg. Man, I hope this thing doesn't suck, since I went to like a lot of trouble to go get it. An alchemist, who are you then? Might be dangerous to continue in this direction. And spot the bad guy. Only bad guys laugh like that. How would he know it's dangerous, huh? That is a champion monster. Okay. We are gonna fight the champion monster. It's a Minotaur. Minotaur here. Here we go. I'm really happy with opening up with a poison. And it does seem like our Manticore has a lot of good moves. So he's got a couple of buffs. Those are the blue icons, but the red ones are debuffs. So he's on fire, he's poisoned, and he's been shocked. So he's going to take a lot of like damage at the end of all his turns. And then we've broken his armor, so he's going to take, and he's chilled. Yeah, now we're talking. Basically, we spend our first few turns like buffing us and debuffing them, and then kind of the middle turns healing, and then kind of the end turns like putting on our big combos. I like the flow. I mean, it's not too tricky just yet. All right, we are now a keeper novice. New items are available at the traders. Very nice. You know, Will, we did meet a suspicious person earlier. Will wants to meet us at the library back in the Keeper's stronghold. Okay, we can go do that, sure. All right, we're back at the Keeper's stronghold. We're gonna go hopefully to the library. Nice. Okay, Will said the old world is what's outside the sanctuary. There was a war between the monster keepers and the kings of the old world. The Monster Sanctuary is created to separate the two. However, the alchemist of the old world want to destroy this barrier. Alchemy was outlawed by the empires of the old world. Interesting. So there's some real conflict here with these alchemists in the old world were like outlawed, but then they weren't allowed to like do their stuff in the Monster Sanctuary, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they seem to be like they're the bad guys. We'll see what's cooking up, and we can find some more of them and ask them some questions about this. You know, what happened with the old world in that war? And we've got a dungeon, so that's really charming. Right under the stronghold is the stronghold dungeon. Okay, Julia said she's happy we're promoted. We should come to the ancient woods. The goblin tribes have been getting rowdy. See, like there's something weird going on in the sanctuary, right? Like there's an increase of these champion monsters. It's been over 100 years since the goblins got kind of feisty. Like something's going on. See, this is what I'm talking about. We can almost make this jump. I officially am going to say we cannot make this jump right now, but there must be a way to get like a smidgen higher, just a little bit higher. All right, ancient woods, very exciting. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with not just the increase of the champion monsters, but also like it's been 100 years, and now at the exact same time the champion monsters are starting to like increase, the goblins are acting up, and all of a sudden these alchemists from the old world have like popped up and like gave us a little bit of a threat. Don't go that way, it's dangerous. You know, I feel like the plot is afoot and we are about to stumble our way into it. All right, see what's going on in the ancient woods. Okay, goblins have taken over. There must be a new goblin king. Why is it happening now? There must be someone or something behind it. All right, we need a key to get through these doors. Okay, no worries, no worries. We'll hunt down some keys if we can and see what else is going on. I don't want to fight these guys, so we'll try and dodge a few of them since there's quite a lot of them. Oh, what's going on over here? Big tree. Okay, keeper of the tree. This is the tree of evolution. You need certain items to make monsters evolve. A catalyst. Present the monster and the catalyst at the tree. There was a war between the first keepers and the kings of the old world. Underneath this tree, a powerful spell was cast that brought all the areas of the Monster Sanctuary into existence. The ancient woods are the only area that still are part of the old world. Interesting. So, I wonder if we need to protect this tree. Like, if the tree goes down, does the sanctuary go down? Huh. I have to think about that. If you've been watching some of my other monster catching adventures, there's a playlist that you can find that has them. You should start to notice a theme of what I've been naming my monster teams. There's kind of just a bit of an old joke there, but not to get you off track. I don't like puzzles. I really don't. And this puzzle just kicked my butt for so long. This puzzle just absolutely just blasted me. And I'm not colorblind, but if you were, I don't know if red, blue, and green are great colors for a puzzle. But I'll tell you what, this one just hurt my head. There was so much like, it felt like there had to be a way to do it. And I felt like I was on the right path the whole time. But this was the end kind of solution of it all. And I just never again. I'm like so content to never do that puzzle again. Oh my goodness, that one hurt. All right, we found Will and we found maybe more champion monsters back in the sanctuary dungeon. Seems like this is where we were supposed to go as we couldn't quite find our way through the ancient woods. So we just backtracked to the dungeon. What is this? Oh my goodness, a Grulu? All right, I kind of want one of these guys. I don't even know if they just fit my team energy so well. I don't know if I can not get myself a Grulu. Hopefully they drop eggs. I don't know. If they don't drop an egg, it's going to be really tough to get them, but a Grulu would be sweet. Some kind of little mini Eldritch Horror. Big old tentacle butt slithering around. They weren't very tough though, huh? Felt like they hit us with a lot of like buffs and debuffs, but not a lot of damage. Man, I do not want to get in that smuck. All right, no hidden walls here. I do not want to get in that slime. Ooh. We're gonna need to shower like twice. Well, what do we have here? Oh no, looks like we found some more of these alchemist guys. deep, deep and like a hidden library underneath the sanctuary, which is, I mean, we're in the dungeon, but like it's the, like it goes Monster Sanctuary, the Monster Keeper's stronghold, and under the stronghold's the dungeon, and then under the dungeon, it's the secret library. What are the alchemists doing in here? Okay. So it turns out that they have bigger plans than just our books. They're after our spectral familiars. So remember, these spectral familiars are actually tied to like our family bloodlines, and we are descendants of like founders of the Monster Sanctuary. So maybe there's some deep magic in them that they want to take advantage of for their alchemical evils. Right now, our basic combat flow is we buff up, and then we debuff, and then we start just piling on as much damage as we can. And it's interesting that our opponents, again, the blue little squares are buffs, so you can't always see them all unless I like pause combat and like go into like, let's look at buffs. And the red ones are debuffs. So we've just finished kind of buffing ourselves up. Now we're gonna try and hit them with some debuffs. We actually do have a burn effect on all of them right now, which is pretty good AoE over time. Not AoE, just over time effect. Listen. Interesting that the monk is one of the first champions we fought and defeated, and he's a member of their team. So there must be a way to get these champion monsters on your team. Hey, Vadd from the future here. Listen, you can get champion monsters. There's like a champion challenge back at the Keeper's Stronghold. You just have to 5-star the battles, and then you get an egg for the champions. So you can get the champion monsters. In some zones later on, we'll have the wild monsters be champion monsters of some of the earlier zones. So some of the late zones have some pretty strong just base monsters. Yeah, he said the spectral summons are more valuable than the entire library? What is this? How did they take your spectral familiar? Yeah, I thought they were tied to our family bloodline. But these familiars are like immortal, so they don't die. Man, something weird is going on here. Has this ever happened in the history of the Sanctuary? Like a family losing their spectral familiar to some other family? Is that possible? Alright, we're back in the ancient woods. I think we have found all the keys. There we go. Guess who's on the other side? The alchemist is collecting goblin ears. Oh no. Yeah, he's the one angering the goblins. See, the alchemists are behind it. Okay, so apparently these alchemists have taken great offense at being a part of the Monster Sanctuary. They want to tear down the border between the Sanctuary and the Old World and bring the rise of alchemy. But I don't really understand, what are they... Why can't they just do their alchemy in the Monster Sanctuary? Or like, why do they have to destroy it? Why can't they just leave and go do what they want outside of the Sanctuary? Like, I don't quite understand like why they feel like they need to break a good thing so they can have what they want. But definitely puts them as opposite of our ambitions. I feel like my team's starting to fall off a little bit. Like, he's hitting us a little harder than I was expecting. I know it's really tough to see because it's small, but above our little characters, the bottom bar closest to them is like the mana, the ability to cast their abilities. The middle bar is the health bar, and then the bar above that is the shield bar. And he's pretty much chewed through all of my shields except on my Manticorp in the middle there. He should pretty much just blasted through my shields and then just beat down my health bars. We're hanging in there, but I feel like my team's starting to fall off a little bit. Yeah, these alchemists must be kind of rare. Julia's a much higher rank than us. She's quite a bit older than us. And she's like, who's that? What is that weird get up? Well, Julia, it's an alchemist. They're trying to destroy our home. Okay, looks like we got sent back to Will. He's got information. 300 years ago, the alchemists came to the sanctuary because they were banished everywhere else. See, like, nobody likes these guys. They broke the sanctuary's magical barrier and hid themselves away. Their leader is Marduk. Oh my goodness. They're trying to conquer the world? Whew. So the alchemists have been plotting a conspiracy for hundreds of years, and this is the moment. Okay. We never did find the leader of the original alchemist, this Marduk guy. Huh. We'll keep an eye out for anyone going around by the name of Marduk. We stumbled into this puzzle a while ago, and I think we finally have a homie who can, like, take it down. So we've got one monster, water bubbly monster with our blob. Very nice. We got a little bit of a fire cooked up there. There we go. Lightning bolt. And just one more, and we should be through. Took a little bit of doing, but let's see what's going on over here. Oh, shoot. I thought we could jump over this guy. This champion can shift its elements so its weaknesses change up over time. Well, that's cool. So you can see here with our Manticore. Manticore actually has a water, fire, electric, and just a flat magic attack. So we kind of spread at least 4 of the types there. So I feel pretty good about picking up the Manticore. Especially into a champion that's going to shift the resistances around. But you can also see, if you look closely, Manticore has almost a full shield bar, the full length of its health bar. That's, again, that blue bar above the white health bar, okay? And Manticore self-shields for the mana it spends. So every time we attack, he, like, gets a little shield. Gives him a lot of sustain. I'm actually, like, kind of, like, really happy with the Manticore. He's not the heaviest hitter, and he's actually kind of like a bit of a glass cannon from, like, survivability, but as long as we don't get targeted and kind of build up that shield between attacks, we do pretty okay. Ooh, check it out. We found a beach. Nice. Are we gonna drown? Okay, looks like these Monster Sanctuary keepers are made of tougher stuff than you or I. They can just breathe underwater, but we cannot swim. Interesting. Sure, why not? Makes sense. All right, back to the dungeon. We did get one of these alchemists imprisoned. Let's check out what's going on. That's Keeper Dragoon Eric. As Keeper Dragoon, he's the second highest Monster Sanctuary monster keeper. He spends all his life outside. Most people haven't met him. Very cool. Okay. So he heard rumors about the alchemists and has come to interrogate them. Oh my goodness. I like the direct question. Tell us where your leader is. Give us the information. And he just breaks. Sure, I'll tell you anything. He's hidden in the abandoned tower. Apparently the abandoned tower has been sealed for hundreds of years. Oh no. So we need the key of power and all 4 of the spectral keepers from the bloodlines, right? We're one of those 4. But the key of power was lost hundreds of years ago. The tower has never been opened. How could Marduk even be hiding there, huh? We, I think, have been sent to go find the Oracle. Let's just check in with this is kind of the starter zone. Now that we can double jump, we can kind of get through some of these traps. Let's see if we can find the Oracle. She's supposed to be in some snowy peaks or something. Alright, it's pretty wicked cold here. I mean, based on, like, the ice and the snow. Hopefully my Spectral Eagle does okay, but we could not get here without double jump, I don't think. So the Oracle is supposed to have a clue for where we should go next, and hopefully she can kind of help us out with how to get the key or how to unlock the unlockable tower. We also found these like little kangaroo dudes. We got an egg. They're my favorite. I think these are so fun. We just hop around. And I think this is the longest bridge. I've been saying that for like every bridge. I don't know if they've all are going to make it into the final Vadd the movie, but this one was really long. All right, we are like super far away. Okay, beautiful lake. The frozen oracle resides in a cave under the water. Awesome. Let's go check that out. Into the freezing water we go. Alright, we found the oracle. She's kind of spooky. She's apparently been watching us. Okay? Twice spooky times 2. She hasn't revealed herself for hundreds of years. Probably safer to keep it that way. She's worried about the alchemist as well. Okay. She wants to give us the Oracle's test. Oh my goodness, I was worried we were gonna have to like solve a riddle. She's got one of these big boys. Yeah, we're gonna try and get one of those guys. He looks like fun. Maybe he swims fast or something. Our blob has like some really I'm just so glad the first thing that like they led us to is that blob. Genuinely like the cornerstone of our team. Blob does such a good job of just like healing, buffing, distracting, and then debuffing. Like I'm like really happy with Blob's performance right now. I mean, look at this. Look at all the buffs we have and the debuffs that our enemy has. Like we are going to win. Like I don't think we've even touched our health bar. Like we've healed right through everything and just stacked the damage on our opponent here. Like I'm feeling really good about this. Now maybe this isn't like my final team, but right now it's just working. Victory. Hype. Alright, so she gave us a sanctuary token. And she knows there's another sanctuary token in this Sun Palace. We've never been there before. First we've ever heard of it. Okay. So I think those tokens are for that spooky door we found earlier. She said the Sun Palace is like underneath kind of this zone. So we'll just try and keep like going down and see if we can't find, you know, where the Sun Palace might be. If all goes well. We found the Sun Palace. It was underneath everything. This is our first time at the Sun Palace, yes. The Sun Palace is an entire world at peace with itself, a world of balance, but it is in danger. The Sun Palace, if it's destroyed, the sanctuary will fall. Oh my goodness. Meet me at the center. This dude's like, hey, it's your first time? All right, this is the perfect place. It's also about to just fall apart. Meet me somewhere you've never been before. Okay, thanks, guy. We'll just jump as far right as we can until we can't go right anymore, and then we'll try and backtrack, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, a treasure chest. Nice. Sunstone. Perfect. I mean, we're like way far off left, so we're going right. And hopefully that gets us towards the center of where the dude is. Okay, so someone's messing around with the tower that goes up to the sun that like, because we're way underground here, right? He wants to wait here while I go fix the problem. What is this caretaker good for? What the heck? Ooh, what are these guys? So there's like a little two-headed snake, a little lizard with a spear, and like a ghosty elephant. What? I think in Monster Sanctuary, a lot of the times, if your team is struggling, the solution isn't necessarily like more levels. Like a lot of creature collector games, you can kind of just slap a few more levels onto one of your dudes and he'll like make it happen. But I feel like the team composition and like their synergies matter a lot more than like the raw level of our dudes. And right now, I'm pretty happy with our team, but we're starting to fall off. That's another puzzle. You know what, if I get a solution to this, I'll make a guide on this one, I think. This one looks like a small nightmare. 6 of these, please, no. Okay. So that should get the tower up. Hopefully we can go check out the sun then. Yeah, it turns out there's quite a few of these levels we need to pull up the tower, so... Whoops. Ooh, a unicorn. Nice. We could be friends, we don't have to fight. Wanna be friends? No, unicorn wants to fight. Alright. If that's what you want. We're gonna burn you. We're gonna unleash some combos. And see if we can take minimal damage. A little bit of a full defense action. We've shocked them, we've burned them. Starting to build up our shields. Starting to build up our defensive buffs here. Here we go. Little acid rain. Make sure you're taking extra damage from us. I mean, look at these debuffs. Look at this. Weak. They've got the weakness. They've got the shock. They've got a poison, a burn, a chill, an armor break. You know, like, we've like absolutely bullied them, stacking up these debuffs. And again, the blue ones are buffs, right? We've stacked up just only buffs on ourselves. There's just no chance this guy beats us. I'm so thrilled that like it's kind of all coming together. Because like you spend the skill points and you like think about your plan for like how it's gonna work, but like until you fight like one of these boss champion guys, you don't really know if it works. I think this is the last lever we need. It is the 3rd one. And 3 is kind of a fun number, right? You know, 1, 2, 3. So I'm kind of assuming that the 3rd one's gonna be like the 3rd level up. Because why would there be 4 of these? That doesn't make sense. Just trust me, come on. Alright, climbing up the tower we've raised. Whew. Okay, looks like 3 was enough. Oh man, good. Okay, I'm in. Whew. Where's your koi fish, dude? The koi fish is afraid of heights. After the fight, so it looks like an alchemist showed up, beat this guy up, and took his koi fish. Who does that? Why? Oh my goodness. I mean, why? Why would you do that? I don't remember the koi fish looking kind of like a zombie fish. We are too late to prevent the shifting? What are you talking about? What are you shifting? Okay, he's gonna shift the sun from the Sun Palace. Shift it where? So using some dark alchemy, he has shifted the sun. And the entirety of the sanctuary will soon succumb to darkness. Yeah, somehow the Sun Palace is like directly connected to the balance, the equilibrium, the sanctity, the safety, the sanctuary as a whole. I don't quite understand it, but suffice to say, if we can't save this sun, like, we lose. It's over. Okay, I'm getting kind of nervous here. They're stacking a lot of tough debuffs on me. I mean, look at that. They've, like, triple stacked a couple of these on me. I don't think I have any triple stacking debuffs. I'm gonna have to figure that out. We're definitely learning some things here as we fight this guy. Like, he's got a bunch of, like, dudes we just don't have yet. Like, we haven't found them or hatched their eggs. And he's done a really good job of debuffing us. So, like, my heals just aren't going very far. Neither are my shields. And definitely a little bit of an obstacle. Look at this. I mean, he's absolutely, like... He's somehow, like, getting rid of the debuffs we've been putting on him as well. Like, he's definitely providing, like, a larger challenge. A lot of these, like, monster dudes don't have a way to, like... Once we poison them, they're poisoned. Like, they don't have a good way to get rid of it, right? Or once we heal, like, they don't have a way to take away our healing. So we have, like, a regen buff. But, like, this dude here is, like... taking away our heals, taking away the debuffs. I don't know. This is actually, like, a big deal. Like, if this is kind of like the opponents we're going to face moving forward, we will have to have a different team, because my team does not play well into this at all. Like, we are weak to so many things he's strong to. Like, we're going to win just by the hair on our chinny chin chin. Like, just barely. Like, just barely. Like, look at that. He's going to one-shot us if we're not careful. I know it's a 3-on-1, which is good odds for us, but like, we're taking big damage. Okay, we did get another Sanctuary token, but the sun is still shifted. So like, how do we solve that? Like that's a real problem. And he runs away. The shifting cannot be stopped. All monsters that live in the wilds will be affected. Their natures will shift towards darkness, more aggressive and more dangerous. Oh, please no. Oh no. What is the koi fish doing? Koi, come back. Where are you going? Get down from there. You're flying too close to the sun. Okay. The sun has returned to its normal state. The koi has sacrificed itself for the entire sanctuary. In an act of selflessness, the sun has shifted to a place of balance. So it looks like we're going to find shifted monsters, some dark shifted and some light shifted monsters kind of moving forward. And 2 eggs. Think he'll share an egg with us? That would be fun. Okay, we have a koi egg, so we can probably swim in the water at the beach. Nice. Well, we've saved the sanctuary at least once or twice now. Feels pretty good. And now there are going to be shifted monsters that are going to have slight variations. Looks like they're mostly passive bonuses, but are definitely going to change how we team build, you know, with the skills, the equipment, and the food, and we can have a shifted variant of these monsters. Very cool. So we'll try and keep our eyes out for some of those. And I think we're going to hatch some eggs and shift up our team a little bit. So we've got a Ninky egg, and we are here at the Tree of Evolution. And we are going to go ahead and evolve the Ninky here into a Ninky Nanka. And then we're going to rename it something on brand for our running joke here. And I'll let you try and figure this one out. This one's maybe a little more obscure, you know, as of the recording of this. Maybe in the future, like, these names will be like common names, everyone will get them. But we got a Groomy. I found out Groomy is how you get a Garulu, dude. You have to get a Groomy first. You can't get a Garulu out in the wild. And we will leave Garulu named as is. But I think those are going to be good additions for our team. We're going to head back to the beach and see if we can swim. Okay. Now we're talking. We can swim. All right. I like it. There's all kinds of like treasure that's like hidden in obvious places. Like just right where we can almost see it. And other that, like, if you just took a second to look around, you'd find it. But if you don't, you never find it. It's kind of fun. Old Man by the Sea. Apparently, there seems to be a treasure hunt going on around these parts. I was like the second or third person to mention it. And I think the Old Man by the Sea is the one who started the rumor. He said his ancestor was a pirate and nobody found this treasure. Maybe there's a token we need for the doors. It would kind of explain why, like, the doors have never been opened if you need a token. And I guess we're going to go get lost underwater. Maybe I'll do a montage of getting lost underwater because I see no other outcome here. That from the future. Not a montage, just one of the puzzles we found underwater. There's these little, like, bubbly jets that we can't quite swim through. We need a different type of fish to, like, fight the current. But I got, like, incredibly lost here. I think this was the shortest path I found my way through. It's probably not the quickest way, but there's definitely some watery puzzles that hopefully we can get a dude who will let us swim through them pretty soon. Man, I like this big cool fish, pufferfish boy. He's all kind of like puffed out. I just kind of want to squeeze him, you know? But he lets us swim through the bubbles, which makes me happy. Because like there's like water jets were like really bullying me. And since we can all breathe underwater, this must be the entrance to the treasure cave. Okay, I guess we go stand on the switches as spectral keepers and see if that doesn't just open it up. Magic. Unbelievable. What do you think's inside of there? I mean, beyond, like, I assume treasure. Treasure, right? There's gonna be treasure in here. Hopefully good treasure. Not just like a couple of bucks, but like real treasure. like a combo potion. I don't know, like something. What's going on? Why'd everyone stop? An alchemist? There's no way there's an alchemist in here. Like, we just opened this place up. An elder gel. Or it could be Marduk. Could be the leader of the alchemist. We will save you all. We will fight it. Elder gel. Open up with the poison. So we've swapped out Blob for a little homie in the front. And they're kind of our new healer, buffer, debuffer. They don't have any direct healing spells that I have put on them. They only have like regeneration spells that like heal us a little bit each turn. So kind of stacking that with the Mana Core's ability, we actually, again, you should be able to see here in a minute that we have a lot of good buffs on us and a lot of debuffs on our enemies. So I feel pretty confident that this team's going to get me a little further in. I'm not sure this is going to be an end team for me. I feel like my Spectral Eagle is starting to fall off a little bit. I haven't really picked up any champion monsters yet to put on our team. I'm kind of guessing that the champion monsters in some of these later zones are going to have just stronger dudes in them. We'll see how it shakes out, though. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get our share of the treasure. We got some money, and we got another Sanctuary token. Yes. Okay, we are here. This connected over to the magma chambers. Ooh, magma. Oh, magma. I think we could have gotten here before. We just happened to have, like, a lot of these zones are interconnected. But we just happened to have come here from the beach, which, a little spooky, but... Hey, what's up, guy? It is pretty hot here. We keep running into this guy and his little, like, drippy cat. But I kind of keep thinking he's the bad guy. His Bex is the villain, but he just kind of gives us nice things every time. It's like, hey, I'm glad you're here adventuring too. So we got a Scorch Egg, which is cool, but like, he keeps just giving us gifts and like saying nice stuff. So like, he doesn't feel very bad guy, but like, he is kind of everywhere we go right after we get a token. All right, we're in the magma chamber. Here we go. Ooh, ooh, it crumbles, it crumbles. I mean, it just keeps going down. Oh, we found the secret wall. Yes, sir. We'll take that action. Hippity hop our way across the gap. Don't want to fall in any of that. It looks a little too hot for me to handle, I'll tell you what. A little more rawhide, love it. Jump our way across. Ooh. All right, what else is going on down here? Big jump. All right, we found the boss. We found the boss. Now we're talking. Champion monster, Asura. Alright, so we're going to open up with a poison instead of a defensive spell. A little bit of a change. So we're going to poison them, we're going to burn them, and then we're going to buff ourselves. Probably should have done it in the other order, but that's okay. Something I don't think I've mentioned yet, or maybe I've mentioned like 50 times and I'll cut it all out, but you see in the top corner it says combo. Every action we do builds up the combo meter. So the person of our three that acts the last gets bonus damage based on that damage multiplier from the combo. So we want to let our weakest attacker attack first. So if our weakest guy hits like 3 times and our middle strength guy hits 3 times, our strongest guy will get the combo bonus from those 6 hits on their attack. So there's a way to like plan your attacks around like making sure your heavy hitter or your whoever's gonna have the super effective critical hit is hitting at the end of your turn, which is cool. We've explored pretty far. I think it's time to circle back and see if we can't make this jump. Now we have a better flyer than our Spectral Eagle. Check this out. I think it's called improved flying, which a little generic, but who cares about that? Point is, we can now like get a little further with a double jump and a little extra spring on our step. This took me like hours to find. I could not believe I forgot about this, because at this point I think we're a little better than 50 hours in. I mean, we have been in Monster Sanctuary just what feels kind of like forever, but in a good way, you know, not a complaint. This place is so cool. I'm like so pleased with all the different biomes having these distinctly different feels, these distinctly different backgrounds and monsters and everything. Like, I think it's done a really good job. You know, here in the Mystical Workshop, it feels very workshop and very different from, you know, the beach we're at, right? Horizon Beach, which felt very, very different from the Magma Chamber, which, you know, had a very different vibe from the Sun Palace. And even like the Ancient Woods felt more like an ancient forest than just kind of the original mountain path we started on. Like, each of these biomes You know, I think part of what helps them out is like the creatures we find in them and the characters we meet in these various different kind of zones and areas that just really make them just flesh out into something a little more unique. There's so much that really just, I think Monster Sanctuary does a good job with, and the biome vibes is definitely one with like this very, you know, pixely, you know, bit graphics. It just nails it still. All right, Alchemist, confess. What's going on here, man? So apparently there's a divide in the Alchemist camp. And some of the Alchemists have meddled with the occult. How dare they? And there's some connection between Marduk and Mad Eyes. And this Alchemist is apparently concerned that Marduk not only shouldn't be trusted, but is no longer human on some level. I'm not sure about this. This is getting really, like, we're getting more questions than answers the further we go, but we keep going further because we will get those answers. All right, so it looks like this is what we just opened up. Abandoned tower. Okay, I think we still need a key though. This must be the entrance we've learned so far. The Alchemist, Marduk. Okay, so the leader of the Alchemist is supposed to be in the abandoned tower. We've got, I think, all of the tokens for the strange door. Remember the Eric the Dragoon guy? He's apparently been watching us. But he knows the key to the tower is behind the door. But we've got all the tokens, so we're gonna go through, see if we can get the key to the tower. Kind of creepy he's been watching us. Like, there's been quite a few characters who are like, we've been watching you. Oh, where? How? Why? Ah, yes, the underworld. Now I remember. I've been here before with one of your ancestors. It's hard to forget a place like this. Still, those distant memories are kind of a blur. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we do have all the Monster Sanctuary tokens. We have apparently opened up the underworld, which kind of explains why it was closed off. If we can get the key of power, then I'm hoping we can make our way into the abandoned tower and figure out, you know, what the leader of the Alchemist, what it really is, who it really is, and how they're trying to get to their endgame. Like, they tried to shift the whole sanctuary to darkness. We stopped that plot, but that almost kind of felt like, in hindsight, kind of felt like a secondary plan, or like a plan B that they just kind of let go along their main plan. It felt almost like a distraction from what they're really up to. So we meet again, Keeper Zozamos, another alchemist. Oh, he's got a green chest. We got to get there. We might be the most capable keeper the sanctuary has. I don't know. Like, it was a pretty tough fight. I hope we don't have to fight him again. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Yeah, you guys are welcome to, like, be a part of the sanctuary. You don't have to destroy it. It's cool to, like, not tear things down. So these alchemists feel like they're prisoners. It's been 500 years since this war ended. Okay. But all these alchemists were monster keepers, like, I guess. He's got the key to power. He already deciphered the runes. Oh no. The Great Faft. He's got a dragon this time? Are you kidding me? Okay, so he's trouble. Apparently these alchemists, like, feel like they're prisoners to the sanctuary. And I don't quite understand why they think that. Now, there's the big dungeon underneath, but, like, 500 years ago, there was a war between the kings of the old world and the Monster Sanctuary. But the alchemists had already been kicked out of the old world from what we read in the books. But maybe the books aren't accurate? I don't know. Like, it's tough to figure out why these alchemists wanted to destroy the sanctuary so bad. Now, why can't they just go live in the old world how they want to? Like, I wish there was like a more clear, like, reasoning for what prevents them from just leaving, but they have a need not to leave. They have a need to destroy the sanctuary. And like, that doesn't work for us, you know, like we can't let him do that. It is kind of spooky that he got here ahead of us into the underworld, or at least got to the key before us, and summoned in this champion dragon to fight us. But I mean, we just buffed, debuffed, healed, and just smacked his dragon. This was a lot easier than the last fight, and I think it has more to do with my team's a little stronger into that fight than into the last one. We really struggled with that last one. Well, let's go ahead and grab the key to the abandoned tower, the key of power. And we'll see if we can't find out what Marduk is up to, how he's lived all these hundreds of years in the key of power. I just, again, want to emphasize, like, we keep getting new dudes who can do new stuff, which incentivizes us to backtrack and, like, explore these areas. This is one of the cool things we found, was this little goat dude, the tar goat. I think he's super sweet. But there's like a lot of these zones that we just haven't really like backtracked through enough, I feel like sometimes. So we also went ahead and got one of the boss monsters that I think is going to be a really good addition to our team. So we're kind of gearing up for the final fight here at the abandoned tower. And I'm hoping that, oh hey Will, I'm hoping that we can like, we won't need to like build another team. You know, it's tough to tell in a Vadd the Movie, but like, I'm like well over 100 hours in. I've been catching everything, you know, hatching eggs, trying out different teams. I don't think this team is like the best ever. I think there's probably a lot better teams, but this one I kind of had fun making, which is what matters to me. Basically, we have our goat boy in front and he just protects. He only makes shields. We've got our big monkey man here in the middle and he just powers up. And then our spooky boy in the back, he hits them for the big damage. So we're actually just going to self-buff for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 turns and just build up big stacks of buffing. And then we're going to try and just one-shot their whole team. That's our big plan. Because the goat, all of his moves are shields. He only has basically shields. But the goat doesn't just shield. He also like, if someone else on my team gets targeted, he will step in front of the attack. There's like a chance, right? There's a 1 in 5 or whatever, right? 1 in 4 or something. He will redirect the attack to himself. So there's a chance that when anyone else is getting targeted, he'll just eat the damage. So like, it lets our boys in the back like really boost up so that we can just give them with the big smash. And we have not done a single offensive attack except from the spooky boy. And he hits so hard. But in a minute here, I think we've probably built up enough stacks. We can probably one-shot his whole squad. So we'll see if we can't pull that off. It's a little bit tricky, but we'll go ahead and apply our first just debuff and a flurry of blows coming in hot. Look at this. Blasted. Just blasted the whole squad. I love it. That's the whole idea. Just to self-buff a bunch of times, do a little bit of you know, damage over time, or a little bit of a heavy hit with our spooky boy, and then let big goat in the middle just smack him. And I think this is kind of fun. I'm not really sure this is like super effective. We should be doing it, but it's kind of fun. It's different, right? It's different from some of the other like teams we've played, teams we've built. And there is a new game plus mode. I might stream it. If I do, I'll leave a link somewhere for that if I do get into new game plus. I'm not sure that I'm going to, but I would be tempted to do a new game plus run just to try out different teams that we haven't got to try before. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if that's how it's designed, but that would be kind of what I would be interested in if we did do that. All right, we have all 4 spectral keepers with the ancient bloodline. We've got all of our tokens. We have the key of power. We are going to open up the abandoned tower for the first time in literally hundreds of years. And we're going to see if Marduk is inside. The leader of the alchemist, our enemies of old, our enemies of new, have resurfaced after hundreds of years to destroy the sanctuary and all life inside of it. They want to release the monsters, turn them into champions, and devour all of our friends. Like, they're the bad guys. They are such the bad guys. We are going into the abandoned tower. Okay. It's a lot of jumping in this tower. Bad from the future here. A lot of the abandoned tower has like some of the most charming, like, they almost like bring back some nostalgia. Like I remember like 100+ hours ago when I opened up my first water orb, you know? Like a lot of these obstacles in this tower are actually like not really designed to punish you or like to be super hidden. They're designed to like remind you of like, remember when you did that? Remember when you did this? And I've really enjoyed that. Quite a few of the monsters in here are actually some of the champion monsters we've fought in some of the other zones as champions. So that's kind of fun as well. We're not going to fight all of them, but just roaming around, the fact that these are champion monsters makes us feel really how far we've come to like get here. And as we've climbed up, we've kind of run into our other spectral keepers from the other family bloodlines. And they all have like kind of like nice things to say, or like, you know, I think we're going to really beat him this time, but I don't think that's going to make it in the final cut. But again, like remember the bubbles from, you know, literally forever ago when we could not get through those bubbles, right? Like that's what this trap reminds me of, you know, this little puzzle here. And again, like it's not designed to like really beat us up for not being able to get through it, but it's designed, at least for me, my experience, just kind of reminiscing about the first time we walked into a dark room. Now we can actually like have a little bit of night vision, but we also can light the torches, you know? So like we have more than one way to solve this puzzle. So I think we're going to light all these torches and see if that opens up kind of the other door. I'm not the best platformer, so this has really been a challenge for me to like get through Monster Sanctuary, which is probably a little silly to you if you've played platforming games, because it's not like impossible. You just jump and you get there, right? You just jump and you're there. But overall, I think the abandoned tower is just really well done. I really do enjoy just kind of the dilapidated nature of it. I don't know if you noticed, but like a lot of these bricks you can kind of see are falling apart. They're crumbling. Like nobody's taking care of this place. Like the Sun Palace had all these like clean lines, and even like the monsters here look like they've been like in the dark and from another time, from another place. So hopefully they can get a little sunlight now that we've opened up the doors, and maybe there'll be some explorations in here. But I feel like we're getting close to the top, and we can sense a presence, a dark presence, an evil presence. What is this? Uh-oh. It's Eric, or should we say Marduk, leader of the alchemist. Wow. He's captured the other spectral familiars. This is apparently the Sanctuary Genesis. He's going to create a new sanctuary? No. He's going to reshape the Monster Sanctuary, rewrite its rules in his image. Talk about a god complex. Oh my goodness. He is here to destroy the world, conquer the world, and rule it. This guy has to go. I just don't see this being a thing that he should do, and if we can stop him, we will. I mean, he did have to get through a lot of obstacles to make it here, but we kind of got through them. We got all the tokens. We are the ones that opened up, got the key to this zone, and you could say, well, but we took him from the alchemist. Yeah, but we're the one who kind of did it. Like, we definitely got a little bit hoodwinked into like by trying to find him, we only led him to the prize he was trying to get to. Like, this guy definitely played us. Oh my goodness. So we have a little bit of an improvement on our team here. We have our goat, our two-headed snake, and our big blasty boy. And with this team, we can again just shield ourselves up. But when we use the fire shield, it not only increases the entire team's shielding, but it also applies a negative status effect onto our enemies here, which is huge. So we're going to be able to pretty much kill one of them while only shielding ourselves, which will let us just build up stacks on our big blasty boy in the back, who's going to blast them. So again, remember the bars from, you know, monster head up, from bottom up. You know, the bottom bar in the purple is the mana, the ability to cast. The white bar is actually the health bar, and the bar above that kind of blue bar, that's the shield. So we have full shields the size of our health bar. So it's going to be really tough for our opponents to try and get through, because they have to kill not only our entire shield, but then our entire health bar. So I'm pretty happy with this team. I'm not like the best at these things. I don't think this is like the best team you've ever seen, but you know, it works. And there's just kind of a joy of Monster Sanctuary is like finding new monsters, getting lucky, getting their egg, and then hatching that egg, seeing what skills it has, and then kind of trying to give it good equipment, feed it good food, and put yourself in a position where like maybe there is some synergy. Because, you know, this big monkey guy, like in the very back, my Brutus guy here, he needs to build up his stacks to like unleash his blast. But you can see with basically not attacking, we've killed one of his monsters, which is pretty awesome that it kind of worked. In addition, we're able to remove some of the debuffs off of us with the goat shield. So we should be able to just one-shot a couple of his dudes here, and he's down to 3 guys. Half his team is gone, and I still have full health bars, and I'm just building up more stacks and building up more shields. Like, I'm like so happy with how well this worked out. But that being said, I don't think this is maybe great for like PvP per se, right? But I'm not sure that like it'll make sense. There is more like to Monster Sanctuary. There is the New Game Plus, I found out. There is like a DLC, like another kind of end zone with new monsters to catch. There's a whole bunch of champion monsters that are optional that we can make our way through. There's a whole bunch of then kind of there's a PvP zone. There's like a challenge tower. There's some kind of monster army, like donate eggs for reward. Like there is more to Monster Sanctuary, you know, than just kind of the main story here. So I'm a little tempted to try and stream it. I think I mentioned that before. I'm not sure if it makes the final cut, but if I do, I'll put a link somewhere to it. But we might not. I'm not 100% on that. But I've definitely enjoyed Monster Sanctuary. I think the light platforming has been very nice. I think the team building has been kind of the core of the combat. You know, it doesn't feel like I really need to like level my guys up. It feels more like my team doesn't have the synergy it should have, or it doesn't have the combos it needs to kind of deal with my enemies. So there's definitely some teams I haven't gotten to try at all, but I'm well past 100 hours at this point. I'm sure you could get to this point in like maybe 50 hours, maybe 30 hours if you're really fast, but like I take my time, I jump around, I see what works, and I just wanted to try this, just a full shield team, and then kind of blast them with Brutus in the back. But I don't think it's optimal, but it's fun. It's fun to me. A lot of the fights we haven't kept in, you know, every turn. This fight, I think we kept in pretty much every turn. You know, it's a Vadd the Movie. You see all the fun stuff, you know. But that being said, I do think that Marduk here is tough. I think he's appropriately challenging for like where we are. Like I think overall, we faced opponents progressively that have gotten more challenging, and we've, you know, built a stronger team to deal with them. You can see here though that the Mad Eye is absolutely slapping us, which is kind of appropriate as we were told he's been spying on us with them, and this is a cult symbol. But I think we're going to take Marduk down here, which is pretty exciting because this is kind of what we've been working for. I mean, is the Sanctuary saved? I sure hope so. We defeated you, Marduk. Your grand plan has been thwarted. Marduk says the master is still with him, and he's calling out. Who is he calling to? What is this? Marduk? Oh, he's dead. We didn't do it. Oh, yuck. Some kind of like spooky mist is floating out of him. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't want it near me. This can't be good for us. The Mad Titan. No, 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 no. This is the Mad Lord. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to switch up our team a little bit here. So this team is going to, again, kind of revolve around the shielding, but we're going to let our spooky boy in the back do the blasting. So he's like surprisingly tanky, the Spectre guy in the back. I discovered that we built a lot of critical damage bonuses on him because he gets a damage reduction based on the critical damage he has built. So he's like kind of like sneaky how tanky he is, but it lets us build up a couple extra stacks of some buffs and get some more damage in instead of having to heal. But this Mad Titan Lord dude, like he's straight, he gets like 5 actions on a turn, but I think we're in a good place here where like it doesn't look like a lot of his health bars move, but we have all of our health, we have plenty of shields, we've got our buffs built up on us, and we've debuffed our enemies. So like this is where we want to be right here. I think we're going to be able to take him down. I do think the Mad Titan coming out of Marduk like that was pretty hype. That was definitely like, I said this is going to be kind of a boss rush. Love it. I love to see that. I'm kind of hoping this maybe sets up, you know, Monster Sanctuary Part 2, you know, and that'd be kind of cool. We'll see how it shakes out, but I think the Mad Titan's in real trouble as he's not able to get through our shields. He just doesn't quite do enough damage In his defense, though, like, we are stacking multiple shields. And we've stacked multiple debuffs on him that he's taking just big damage. I mean, just big damage. Mad Titan, your days are over. How dare you try and destroy the Monster Sanctuary? This was a place of safety. This is a place of peace. This is a place of harvesting and growth and flourishing. Like, this is a bountiful place. Look, healthiness, 100%. They even touch our health bar. Take that, Mad Titan. How far we've come since we first fought our first blob. Yeah, why is it still standing? I thought we defeated it. The Mad Lord says, "Foolish creatures, you shall not defeat me." What? It can talk? No, it's communicating in our minds. Oh no, he's coming for our brain. Will, help. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, Will. Okay, Will is going to free his spectral familiars. So the other bloodlines kind of got captured or taken. They're familiars. This could be our moment. We could all together, through the power of friendship and our regained familiars, these spectral bloodline dudes, we could just blast the Mad Lord. Measly mortals, you're only good to me. What? Are you kidding me? This thing's immortal as well? This is Sanctuary's biggest enemy. This is the real threat. We've weakened it, but together, if we attack now, I think we could destroy it. Once and for all. Hopefully it escapes so we can get a Monster Sanctuary Part 2, right? Okay, it seems to be teleporting away. We'll take it. We'll take it. We've won. We've saved the day. We've saved the city. We've saved the Sanctuary. A great evil has been stopped. And so, Sanctuary has been saved. If you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members to support what I do. And as always, thank you very much for watching this Vadd the Movie. I'm Dan. I'll see you here next time. Until then, bye for now.